Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got a crazy current events video for you guys, and this story my friend sent to me this morning, and this just made me so mad. And this is just evil, pure evil. Basically, what happened was a couple days ago, a streamer who has stage 4 cancer was live streaming trying to collect money for his treatment. And what happened was during the stream, there was a guy who came into the stream and had left him a comment, and he said, "Hey, can you download my game on Steam? It's free to play. If you download my game and, play it on your stream, I'll give you a donation." So the streamer downloaded the game, not thinking much of it there. And what ended up happening is this game was actually a trap. This game had hidden malware on it. And this game was on Steam. It was a verified game on Steam. It had malware on it. The malware hacked into his computer and actually stole $32,000 from his crypto wallet. $32,000. It completely emptied it. The money for his treatment, it was just gone like that. The guy was breaking down on stream crying. I'll show the video also. And what happened is he ended up getting his money back. He did get donations, which is the good thing here. There was a big crypto guy that sent him a $30,000 donation, so he's getting a lot of support. So this does fortunately have a happy ending, that he did get his money back through donations and people who were giving him his money. But it was just so horrible that scammers had gone after somebody who had stage 4 cancer, and they knew that this guy had cancer. They did, because they literally tricked him on the live stream that the guy had a stream for his cancer treatment, a charity stream for his cancer treatment. I think his stream was actually called "Help Me Beat Cancer," and they went after him for that. And the internet has actually gotten their revenge, and they have actually tracked down a lot of these guys, and they're forwarding the information to authorities. And I'll show you a picture of one of the scammers, one of the people that are involved in this, as well as I'll show you other victims. There are other people who have been victimized by this, but I'm also really pissed off at Steam. I'm really mad at Steam, because Steam is a place where games are supposed to be safe, where when you download a game, that you trust Steam, that they have verified this game, that you're not going to get hacked, that there's not going to be a Trojan in there, some kind of malware, some type of other junk that's going to mess up your computer. So when you download games on Steam, you trust that Steam has properly checked this game and properly vetted this game, and they haven't. And this, from what I know, there's apparently 900 victims. This game, the malware was actually introduced in an update to this game in August, but what happened is this story is now blowing up, and the game has gotten taken off of Steam because this was the biggest victim yet of this story. But anyways, I'll link this article down below. Streamer loses $32,000 after playing scam Steam game during charity livestream. The rogue Steam game allegedly stole $32,000 from a streamer with stage 4 cancer as he livestreamed to raise funds for his treatment. I'll link the article also. The internet contains multitudes. For every person willing to donate to a streamer with cancer to raise funds for their treatment, there's a scammer looking for an opportunity to steal it all. That's what happened to streamer Rostaland TV, who was raising money for his cancer treatment on crypto streaming service Pump.fun. I don't know the site. A viewer hopped into his chat and asked him to play their game live in return for a donation. Rostaland downloaded the game Block Blasters from Steam and started to play. Before long, he says the money he had raised had all been stolen. And this game had an 88% positive score before Steam took it down. Most of the reviews were fake and by bots. Valve removed Blasters from Steam after Rostaland shared his experience in an X post. "I can't breathe. I think I'm sick, completely lost on what is going to happen next. Can't shake the feeling that it is my fault," he says. Block Blasters seemingly contain malware, although we don't yet know its exact nature. The most common scams involve keyloggers that track your passwords as you type them, or software that allows hackers full control of your PC, which they act on when you're offline. However, many cryptocurrency commentators are calling this a crypto drainer tool that specifically targets your crypto wallet. Rostaland TV, who has stage 4 cancer and was fundraising for treatment at the time, broke down in tears when he realized what had happened. Block Blasters looked like a totally legit game. It had been published on Steam in June, and according to the Wayback Machine, it had 114 reviews, landing in a very positive rating, although some claim these reviews are fake. Yeah, they are basically bot reviews by the scammers. In the hours since Rostaland's plight went viral, numerous crypto personalities have reached out to donate to his fundraiser. Alex Becker, who boasts 1.3 million followers on X, sent the full $32,000 to a new secure wallet. Many others have donated too. I don't know who Alex Becker is. He's apparently somebody big that's in cryptocurrency, but he sent the streamer the money back. So that was really nice of him. So this Alex Becker guy has a good heart. While people believe that they have tracked down the scammers, crypto transactions aren't responsible like those of a credit aren't reversible like those of a credit card or similar. This incident highlights some of the problems with cryptocurrency and arguably Steam's moderation policy. PC Games has reached out to Valve for comment and will update the story if we learn more. Okay, and so this right here, this is the Rastaland's Twitter account. I'll also link Rastaland's Twitter account, so give him a follow, show him some support. But this is what happened. For anybody wondering what is going on with cancer live stream, my life was saved for a whole 24 hours until someone tuned in my stream and got me to download verified game on Steam. After this, I was drained for over $32,000 of my creator fees earned on Pump.fun, and everything quickly changed. I can't breathe. I can't think. I'm completely lost on what is going to happen next. Can't shake the feeling that it's my fault, that I might end up on the street again, or not have anything to eat in a few days. My heart wants to jump out of my mouth and it hurts. I won't watch this myself, but I've added a clip from the stream after I noticed what had happened. Also, I've successfully CTO'd my creator rewards, and they have been redirected to a safe device. And so this is this video is really horrible, but this is the moment that he realized that his money had been stolen.
No, 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 no. No. No.
How despicable do you have to be to steal from somebody who has stage 4 cancer? The people that did this are extremely evil. And these scammers, like I said, the scammers knew this guy had cancer. They targeted him specifically during this stream, and it was a guy in the chat who had told him, download the game and I'll give you a donation, and this happened. So they specifically knew that he had cancer, and they still targeted him. And this is, that Alex Becker tweet. I've sent $32,500 to cover this to your new safe wallet. Best of luck to you, my friend. So that guy has a good heart. He sent him that money, so that is going to help him out. But about Rostaland TV, and again, I'll link his Twitter down below. He's not the only victim. He's the most notable victim here, but there is also other victims. This guy here. Urgent Pump.fun and Steam warning. There's malicious software hosted by Steam. The title below just drained me for $15,000, and God knows what other information from my computer. Please take action. Below I provided the hacker address that targeted through OKX Defi. So there's other people that were also scammed by this. This guy lost $15,000. And this is Steam's also Twitter page. And if you actually look at Steam's Twitter page, their last tweet was from September 8th, but the top comment here, and this is, has over 417,000 views. You clowns allow malware on your platform that has resulted in $150,000 stolen from victims. Fake game has been available to download for more than a month. Yeah, and I don't know what the hell Steam is doing. I'm really angry at Steam. And another thing I'll say about this is this story also makes me even more furious, because my grandma, when I was really young, cancer took my grandma when I was really young. And then what happened was cancer took my uncle also last year, September 2024 last year. And I've seen what that does to people. I've seen what that did to my uncle over time. It was just absolutely horrible. And it was to the point where he couldn't even talk to us while he was in bed. That's just how bad it is. And it just makes me so angry that somebody would do something like that. These scammers specific even target somebody with cancer. These scammers have no morals. They're just pure evil. These are vile, evil, horrible people. And I will say this, if hell exists, these people are going straight there. That is exactly what. Doing something like that, you have to be the lowest of the low. So about this here is apparently one of the scammers. From International Cyber Digest, meet the scammer who drained a cancer patient's treatment fund, ruining many lives to drive sports cars and wear expensive watches. He is an Argentine immigrant in the US, and the OSINT nerds who found him have reported him to ICE. So he's in the US on a visa. He's from Argentina. He apparently lives in Miami, Florida. But this guy is just flaunting his wealth online. He also does TikTok videos with his girlfriend. And about this guy has deleted all of his social media. So this guy from Argentina, his social media is all gone, and his girlfriend's social media, it's all gone as well. Here you can see a video of them on a boat. So this guy clearly has money, and this was the streamer that they had targeted. And this from Alex Becker here. He's here also. This is the most CT Avengers shit that I've seen. Now about this guy is this guy. A lot of YouTubers are also showing this guy, and they're showing this guy in his videos. Well, this guy, we pretty much know that this guy is one of the scammers. This guy is not the leader of the scammers. There are multiple scammers involved in this, and how these guys apparently track this guy down and other scammers. Apparently, the malware file or malware virus that was through that game, people had somehow reverse tracked it, and they found like a group chat from Telegram, and they found like a bunch of Telegram IDs, and then they started tracking the people from those Telegram IDs. I don't know how they did that. I don't know that much about computers. Maybe somebody in the comments can explain that a little bit more to me. I'm not a very computer savvy person, but I just know that they basically tracked the malware program down, found a bunch of Telegram accounts linked to it, and this was one of the people that was linked to it. Now, this guy is not the leader, like I said. This guy is one of them, but I guarantee you this guy is not the leader. This guy is the poster boy for it right now. This guy is a moron. The reason that this guy's picture is going around everywhere is because this guy was the stupidest of the scammers. The other scammers aren't active on social media like this guy. They're not posting their pictures of themselves. They're not, showing off their wealth. They're not showing videos of themselves. This guy was just a moron that he put all this expensive stuff, and I think there's also a picture of him with an expensive wine bottle or a champagne bottle. So this guy is the biggest idiot out of the scammers. That's why he's his picture is going around everywhere. But the other scammers, they haven't shown their faces. So this guy, he's not the brightest bulb that he had put up a lot of his face and his videos of him online. And this is on SteamDB, so you can see about Block Blaster. SteamDB staff have flagged this app as suspicious, as it may be malicious or impersonating on their product. We recommend exercising caution and avoiding purchasing or downloading this app. And apparently 2 people are in game right now. And apparently this game had 6,000 downloads. And so 6,000 potential victims. This is also a GoFundMe page from Rivo Plavniks, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. This is also the streamer, so if you want to donate to him, I will also link his GoFundMe page down below. But also, I want to show you guys this. So this is from one of the people that was actually tracking down the scammers. The full technical report details how we took down the C2 infrastructure of Block Blaster's drainer malware that had Valve software allowed on their platform. We spoke to the threat actors who had no remorse for stealing from a terminally ill cancer patient. And in here, this is basically like a file that they had made of all the evidence against the scammers, and this is what they want to send to law enforcement. So these were basically the people that were tracking down the scammers. Now, about this, the thing that really caught my eye right here is the conversation with the scammers. So this right here, they had 2 scammers in here. These 2 individuals, mainly David, who were involved in the theft, seemed to have little remorse, even wasting our time by saying they'd send it back. It's fucking huge was in reference to Rasta's tumor, to which they didn't, and proceeded to nuke everything. They will face their punishment in due course. So these guys who had tracked down the scammers had reached out to scammers. The scammers apparently told them that they will send the money back. They never did, and what they did was they deleted all of their accounts. But these guys going after these scammers are not going to stop, and I'm telling you, the internet is pissed. And when the internet is pissed, the internet will find these guys. So the rest of these scammers, the rest of these hackers, the internet is going to find these guys. But just take a look at this conversation here, right here. David, BB, this is one of the scammers. I didn't want to do that one, to be honest, but once I was done pen testing and sent it off, it was already done, and I figured he would make it back in a day. And then the guy writes, bro, it's effing huge. Life is effed up, I know. Dog, I will send it back, but he literally will make it back in a few hours. I checked how much he made, how much he already made back. He already made it back, to be honest. So they were saying that they were going to send the money back. They never sent the money back. Now, about these scammers, is this right here shows their mentality. This shows their personality. This shows the type of people that they are. And look at what they're saying is, I was done pen testing and sent it off already, was done. I figured he would make it back in a day. And then he said, but he will make it back in a few hours. I checked how much he already made it back. And then another scammer says, he already made it back, to be honest. So this is, the scammers are trying to justify this in their minds. In their twisted sense of morality, they're trying to justify this by saying, oh, it's not a big deal. He made his money back. He has all of his money and he has more money. That's how the scammers are justifying it. They're saying, oh, it's not a big deal. He made his money back. And I will say, this is how a lot of these scammers think. A lot of these scammers, they basically have some twisted sense of morality where they think that They think that if somebody gets scammed, that they deserve it because they justify it in different ways. Sometimes they will justify it by saying, for example, oh, this person has a lot of money and so they didn't need it and therefore it's justified, what I did. Or they will say, for example, is this person was too really stupid and they fell for this, and so because they were stupid, they deserve this. So the scammers will try to justify it somehow with their own twisted sense of morality. And I will tell you this. I have harassed skimmers in the past, but the skimmers that I have harassed, specifically from Nigeria, and I can tell you when it comes to the Nigerian scammers, how they, and the scammers that I tracked down specifically were investment scammers. I'm not as good as these people that, like, managed to track down all of these guys. What I basically did was, when I dealt with these investment scammers from Nigeria, is I tricked them into clicking a Grabify link. When I tricked them into clicking Grabify link, they clicked it, and I tracked down their IP addresses, and basically I found out that they were in Nigeria. And when it comes to the Nigerian scammers, how the Nigerian scammers basically rationalize it is they look at it and they say, oh, Americans are rich people. They all have a lot of money. And so therefore they deserve it. That's basically how, like, scammers in, like, Nigeria, they try to justify it. And the police basically look the other way because they say, oh, it's not affecting our people and it's affecting Americans and they're rich people anyways. And so therefore it's not our problem. But that's basically, is the scammers, they think, oh, the person has a lot of money, they deserve it, or they think that they're stupid and they deserve to get scammed. They always have some kind of disgusting justification in their mind. And that's basically what I'll say about the scammers, is that these scammers are evil. And here's the thing, when I went after these scammers and I made these videos where I, last like a year ago, where I went after these investment scammers, basically in that, whenever I go after scammers, I always create a fake story where I tell the scammers that my mom is in the hospital and she's really sick and I'm trying to, get money for her, and, like, will your investment help me get a lot of money? My mom isn't sick, by the way, but the reason that I would say that to the scammers is basically to show you guys in the videos where I was harassing them that they were evil. It was to show you how evil they were. Because even when I made up that story saying that, my mom was in the hospital and I needed money, for her treatment, well, what happened is these guys still kept trying to scam me. So for all they know is my mom was really in the hospital and she was sick and I was getting money for her treatment, but they were still trying to scam me. They didn't stop. They still kept trying to. And that's the thing about these scammers. Scammers are parasites. They're evil people, like, just like a parasite. The parasite just wants to feed off of people. It just basically wants to feed up people off of their expense and benefit from the suffering of people, just like a parasite does. Scammers are evil. These guys are evil. That's basically what I'll say. They have no empathy. I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of these guys are psychopaths. That's what a psychopath is. A psychopath is somebody who has no empathy for others. So you have to be a really twisted, evil, despicable person to do something like this, to steal from somebody that is that is going through cancer, somebody experiencing, one of the worst diseases. Like I said, cancer killed my grandma and it killed my uncle, and I don't wish that on anyone. And I've seen what that did to my uncle over the years, and it was just absolutely horrible. It's horrible. People that do stuff like that, even targeting scammers are bad enough, but targeting somebody who has cancer, they knew that the guy had cancer and they still went after him. Evil, evil, evil people. And disgusting that people will also post pictures of themselves just showing off their wealth like this. It's honestly pissing me off. Like, you have to be a real sociopath or a real psychopath, to do crap like this. But like I said, the internet is not done, and justice will be served because the internet is not going to stop. And this guy, this is the only scammer that we have a picture of, apparently, because this guy was such an idiot that he basically just posted his pictures on social media. But I'm telling you, the internet is not going to stop, and they're going to track down these other guys and they're going to find them. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. And again, I'll link Rastaland's Twitter down below if you want to follow him and check out his streams. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.